So and I've been noticing that MTV, the Facebook page, it's been kind of throwing a lot of feminist articles, and I kind of laugh at it because it's just so ridiculous. I think they made an article a while back ago on like why people should date a feminist, and I was like, yeah, let me sit down and read this piece of shit. And stupid me, I forgot everything, but I remember there was this one part, this one statement that you should date a feminist because we believe in equality. We want harmony between the races, the classes, the genders. We want equality. And it's just so stupid that, really, you find for so-called equality, be a humanist or something. It doesn't, because, it's basically with feminism is that their whole argument is that people need to unite under a feminine energy instead of their own natural energy, whether it's male or female. And when I was reading this article, it just sounded so stupid to me, like as if feminists actually believe in equality or actually want to hold hands with other races of people and just kind of acknowledge them. I've been to like a couple of these. Of I've been to a couple. I don't know what you call it, but it's in college. I was at this kind of a feminist forum, and I've noticed that a lot of white feminists write about black women, and they really do talk about. It's really weird, but a lot of these white feminists study black women under a microscope so carefully. You can meet a white feminist and she will probably give you her 10-page thesis uh, on twerking. It's just that crazy. But like I was saying, these white feminists are not there for equality. They're not trying to do anything constructive. Try talking to people like Susan B. Anthony or um, Gloria Steinem, and you ask her about her fucking views on feminism. You even can talk to black feminists like Bell Hooks. Feminism is for everybody, but no, not for Beyonce. And I'm not saying that Beyonce should be a feminist. I think it's a PR move, but you know, it's funny how feminism is for everybody, but if she contradicts herself, like what type of female deserves to be a feminist? You know, and like it's just the thing is with feminism is that the reason why nobody takes it seriously, people have a bad look toward it, is because it's so all over the place. I'll probably say it's just as like crazy and fucked up as the conscious community. It had a legitimate claim at the beginning, but it just kind of like each period just dies down and becomes something warped and stupid, and it's just you see them fight for impractical shit, and it's like, okay, why am I trying to feel some type of way over a small ass issue? You know, these feminists want to fight for equality, but yet they quick to over co-sign females bullshit. You have football players, athletes who are falsely accused of rape and domestic abuse. They lose their scholarship, they get kicked out of the team, they get kicked out of school. And then when, you know, the fake victim comes out and says like, yeah, I just fabricated the whole story. I just wanted some money and attention. I just want to put his name in the mud. So, so because he didn't want to have, because he didn't want to be with me, he didn't want to have my child. I wanted to be a basketball wife, and he didn't want to be with me, and blah blah blah. There's no punishment for that. But yet, quick to punish, you know, you, you know, rightfully so for like, punish people who actually did it. I would get that. But even with it, it's just that is not equal. Look at the Ray Rice situation. You see white feminists at their best when they practically shitted on black men and black women. With the Ray Rice situation, they hid behind black women and trying to get them to write these fuck ass articles about, oh, there's such a silence in the black community about domestic abuse. There's nowhere for us to turn. The church is silencing us. We're not allowed to speak it anywhere. It's so this and that. And finally, when black women felt like they were getting the recognition they thought they were going to get from the white feminists, white feminists turned it around and was just like, okay, we're going to do a whole bunch of domestic abuse ads, but we're not going to have black women in it. Thank you, Janae Palmer. Thank you being in the face of domestic abuse, but you're not going to be a real advocate. We gotta showcase the stripes and pains of the white woman. And the funny thing with when white women are abused a good bit of the time is that now all of a sudden they talk about the white privilege and male privilege, all that stuff, how they can get away with it. And the thing is, it's under your watch. These are the y'all hide these fuckers, man. Y'all hide the Roman Polanskis. Y'all hide the Woody Allens. Y'all fuck yourselves up, but you're quick to attack black men for every little infraction. But yet y'all not putting no ice on your own. You have one white feminist, I think, she's trying to kind of romanticize her pedophilic relationship with her baby sister, as if that's normal. That's not normal. It's one thing when you're just being a naive kid and you're just like, what is this? What is that? But it's another thing when you consciously know that it's a sexual gesture you're making and you're using that experience to gain a sexual pleasure. So, white feminism isn't there for equality. They just talk about how bad their own men and then put their frustration on black men and black women. But like I was saying earlier, is that there's no equality with their beliefs. I read an article a while ago, talking about how it's okay for a female to falsely accuse a dude of rape and abuse because she feels some type of way. It's a coping mechanism. It's a way to vent out her anger on men in general, and that there has to be a fall guy in between there. I'm like, what the fuck? These dudes are getting imprisoned. These dudes are losing money. These dudes are... Do you know how detrimental that shit ain't nothing to play with. That's bullshit. There's no venting. There's no this and that. They need to be punished. Just like the white community punishes, that stripper from the Duke Lacrosse situation. They punish her whether she told the truth or not. The minute she accused those white dudes of that, all of a sudden, she's going to jail for some other murder charge. But it's a whatever. These white feminism do not believe in equality for nothing. Don't be fooled with that crowd. They talking about they want some kind of unity. You give them your hand, you expect that hand to be cut off. And the thing is, it's just natural. People are going to naturally co-align themselves with their race first before anything else. You put people together. Just get like 20 people, maybe 100, and let's just say out of all everybody in that group has an interest in something like Pokemon. They, if you ask them to subdivide it any other way, most likely I'll put money on that they'll subdivide themselves based on race. If these were like complete strangers, it's just natural. But you know, white feminism really doesn't surprise me, and that you know, some of these white feminists are playing kind of dumb, and they're giving token support, and by trying to do this little silly talk of giving everybody voices. They're always trying to do these little talks of like giving everybody a voice to do this and that. But the thing is that we all know feminism is failing and is not taken seriously. And we have to okay. My bad, I was just wondering why this dude was staring at me, but never mind. It's a pretty cool day out today. Not too hot, not too cool. But like I was saying, you know, there's no true alliance between gender first, and it's just as simple, race first. That's just how it is. It's just how the system works. But the thing is, just don't date a feminist. I really wouldn't understand why a person would want to date a feminist. You know, especially a black feminist. Why would you want to date them? They've done too many backstabbing things, for me to even give them a slightest bit of a chance. I know females who are like, kind of like part-time feminists, or they're feminists, but they don't really understand the theories and the whatever, this and that. And I don't mind them. It's kind of like comparing them to a fake hotep nigga. So you can stomach them for a little bit. But I wouldn't understand why, why would somebody want to date a real feminist? Especially after last year, which was like fucking horrible with all this street harassment epidemic of, oh, look at all the black guys trying to haul at the white women because white women have lovely hair and it's real, and it's the reason why black men don't like black women because of their hair. It's like, come on, where you find these Negroes at, man? Where you find these Negroes at? But I'm done right now. Feminists get no love from me. I think I might write a letter to one feminist. There's like there's a feminist down in Australia. She's of African descent, and she's a an engineer at some kind of oil well, and she's some kind of activist. Not really sure what specifically, but I'd give some feminists some credit for what they do. They're breaking barriers. They're doing this and that. On a side note, there was this black female. I don't know if I made a video about this, but there was a black female who has a um she's a mechanic and she wants to do this kind of black female um automotive school, and her whole triumph was that black women are neglected or not given an opportunity to get into auto mechanic schools and to be mechanics, this and that. And it's like, I think she was basing it off the low numbers of, black women in this field. But the thing is that I don't really get it. It doesn't make sense. And you know it when the average black woman really has no interest in fixing a car. She has interest in driving it. Hell, she might wash it. But let's just be honest and realistic. There's not a plethora of black women who are like, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to be slapped with greasy oil. I want to lift, 20-pound tires and shit. you know, I want to weld some shit. I want to do this and that. This is kind of like the problem with feminists is that they think that just because there's not a lot of females in this area, they believe that, oh, well, they're being denied. No, it's just because there's no interest, there's no common interest. That's like, it's like me going out and just kind of saying, like, why isn't there more black professional bowlers? Let's just go with that. Or maybe because most black people take bowling as a hobby or just something to do with friends. They're not going to become a professional bowler, so I can't say that. There's this force of white bowlers who are preventing black bowlers from going pro or doing this and that. Most black people bowl for fun, basically. So yeah, it's kind of like the thing where I just don't like about feminists is because they just don't understand women. How are you a woman and yet you don't understand the way women think? And really, these feminists don't even know what guys think. I was reading an article last night about what guys think when they go down on a female. It kind of turned to this kind of black female diss to a degree because for some odd reason they kept mentioning Ashanti. Then they kept like saying like I think this was just kind of I think Cosmo I believe Cosmo wrote this. Cosmopolitan. Yeah, they wrote that. And they just kind of they mentioned Ashanti twice. And they were just saying that the average dude thinks about if Ashanti is still relevant in the music business, and it was like, okay, why? It's like, why would the average person think of Ashanti? And it's just kind of like a slick diss, but it's just kind of like when you read the other statements on what guys think about it, it's just impractical, and it just sometimes you have to slap feminists in the face because it's like, just shut up. You do not know anything about guys. You don't know what they like. You don't even know anything about women. You're not valid. Goodbye.